All right, welcome back into the weekly streams here. Took a week off last week for the holiday for Thanksgiving week. I had a bunch of family in town, so a bunch of kids in the house. Not really a good time to stream and try and mix a song, but we are back here this week. We are mixing a song called Stand the Test of Time. If you want to mix along here with the stream, you can use the link at the top of the chat or at the top of the description, and you can download the multi-tracks for this song completely for free, and you can mix along with the stream here, or you can just use them for your own mixing practice as well. We've got full drum kit, bass, a couple electric guitars, pair of acoustics, piano, lead vocal, and then a bunch of background vocals here in the bridge section. That's what we've got going on in this song. There's a little bit of mixing already done from the tracking process. I kind of touched up the acoustics and the vocal as we were tracking. Makes things easier and gives it a little bit more fullness when you're tracking drums and stuff like that. I've got my mix bus processing in here, the console shaper running the drive at 0. The noise, not using the noise or anything like that. No noise and no crosstalk there. Then I'm running into, I have the fat channel here, which is my mix bus compressor here. 2-to-1 ratio, 30 millisecond attack, 100 millisecond release, a little bit of makeup gain. I'm just doing maybe 1 to 2 dB of reduction. At the end of my mix bus chain, this is the only not stock plugin I'm using because there's not a stock tape machine inside of Studio One. But the 5.1 on the amount here for the soft tube tape machine. So just a little bit over default. B-type because I like the low end it gives. And then 30 inches per second there. And then stock limiter here on the output. 6 dB a gain, -1 ceiling. Gives me that little bit of mastering feel while I'm mixing and gives me... Oops, what am I doing here? And it gives me that volume difference as well, which is why I pull my main down. So let's kind of mute everything here and start with the drums. So I'm just going to go through and mute my groups here, bass, and we're going to start with our kick drum here. Take a listen and see how everything is feeling here. Pull in my kick level here. Let's find the biggest peak on our kick drum. Looks like either this guy or this guy. Let's take a look here first. So if we go to -11, are we too much there? I just want about 3 dB reduction. So a little too much. But if that's the height of our peaks, we should be okay. Let's check this guy here. So that's too much. Let's go down to 10. Okay. I'm going to pull that up just a touch here. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to roll off a little bit of the bottom end, the super lows here, the sub area. I'm going to let a little bit of that through because I want it to be bigger. Pull that out, a little bit of ringing. Now I'm going to compress it before I boost any top end. That's actually perfect on the compression. 30 millisecond attack lets that front end transient through. Dialed up the release so it's working in time with some of those faster hits. Doing about 8.5 to 9 dB reduction, 3:1 ratio. Now let's get some top end on it. That feels good. I'm going to bring the volume back because I'm going to dial up bottom end now. I like to boost 80. It gives me that feeling of the kick drum hitting you in the chest, which I like. Okay, I like that. Maybe a touch more top end. I'm digging that. Kick drum sitting right where I want it level-wise. Let's take a look at our snare. There's a little bit of ringing. I'm gonna pull that out too. I don't like to do any big cuts in the mids on snare because the mids are what help the snare cut in a track. Now compression. Oh, I didn't get my limiter set. Let's do that as well. Do we need it? Sometimes we don't need it. I do want to put it in, especially because it's softer at the beginning. That looks big. That looks like our biggest one here. Where are we at? So if we go to -11, if we go to the same spot we were on our kick, how are we? Okay, we can come back a little bit. How about this here? I might be okay leaving that at -11. Yeah. Alright, let's throw our EQ back in. Now compression. I want a fast release because there's a lot of ghosts in there. Yeah, Jerry, a lot of overtone on the snare. There's a lot of ring on the snare. Pulled out a couple of those with some notches. The rest of it's not bothering me too much, and I think it'll serve to give the snare some space. About 6 dB reduction there on the snare. Alright, let's add some top here. This is where we're bringing up the ghosts. And then some mids here. We can see there's a big dip in our mid-range. So all the overtones we're getting on the snare, we probably could have minimized that by raising the mic a little bit off the rim of the snare and pointing it more towards the center. I have it kind of close sometimes, so if we do have a ringing snare. Alright, the last thing I'm going to do here is add some body. And maybe a limiter on the end too, just one more. Oh. Okay. I just want to catch that one peak there at the beginning. Let's put it in with our kick. For toms, I think we're going to look at this little roll right here. Gives me the second tom and the floor tom, so we have enough to look at here. All right, I'm going to roll right underneath where the low tom is, the floor tom there. And let's pull out all this garbage in the mids. And then some stick attack, 4K or so. And then a little bit of low boost. Let's see how that sits. I'm gonna go a touch more there. Okay. Here's our overheads. Same thing, let's pull out some of that low mid area. 400. Gives us a ton more balance there on our overheads. You can hear right there he hits some toms that aren't mic'd. We might have to do something about that. There's some rototoms there. So let's see if we can just grab these guys and copy them down. And at least give them some weight so they sit. Let's see if we can dial these in. Move this up a little bit. And then right here, we'll go to like 110 or so and boost a little bit below. That's I keep going all the way back to the beginning. That is our fundamental there around 150. Okay, let's level those in. That's better, that's better. So we'll call those rototoms. Better, better, better. All right, let's get the mono room in. Same thing here, let's just pull out. This is something I usually do during tracking. I usually roll off the top end and the bottom end on the mono room. I don't want a lot of cymbal noise and I don't want any sub area, but I do like the little bit of 80 hertz there on the kick drum. That's going to level out our rototoms as well. Let's. Very nice. Cool. Let's add the Bricasti. There's a little bit more ringing on the snare. Is that the same cut from earlier? No, it's a little higher. Oh, I lost it. Higher, maybe? Let's pull that out. right, let's move on. Let's take a look at the bass. As we put the rest of these instruments in here, I want the drums to be pretty big, especially at the beginning. I haven't listened to the beginning yet, even without the bass in here. That kind of sound. I want it to be roomy there. So we might have to dial up the precasting more, but let's move on for the moment. I'm not crazy about that there. That'll get taken care of. Let's pull that one down a little bit too. That's our other big guy there. Been pushing bass pretty hard lately. I just like what this compressor does. I might push that up to 10. I don't need too much top end on this. I want it to be warmer, but that still pops out so much there. And I am going to throw a multi-band out here for the bottom. So we're going to go 180 and below. 20-to-1 ratio. Fastest attack, fastest release. And let's pull this down. So here's just our lows. A little bit of distortion is okay. Now we'll boost bottom end post that. Let's take a listen to just the lows. Now this is an acoustic driven song. Like I said, this is one of the things, the acoustic, that I kind of mixed a little bit as we were tracking this song. I'll still walk you through the processing here, so if you are following along, and I mentioned this at the beginning, if you want to follow along here with the stream, make sure you download the multi-tracks. The link is at the top of the chat or at the top of the description for the video below. You can download the multi-tracks for this song completely for free. It is called Stand the Test of Time. You can mix along here with the stream, or you can just use this for your own, you can use them for your own mixing practice as well. There's lots of multi-tracks on that page with links to past live streams. But let me run you through the processing that's going on here on the acoustic. We might tweak it as well. So using the Solar 69 EQ. And it's just something, I've never used this before, so I wanted to pull it up and give it a shot. I ended up using it here on the acoustic. So rolling off a little bit of bottom. Boosting a little bit of 700 there. Interesting. And then a little bit top end. And then a little bit of control at the end there with the multi-band, making sure the top end doesn't get out of hand. So here's our before. A little bit more top end I'm pushing. So the acoustic is going to work together with the piano to be our main melodic pieces for the track. So high pass is already here. And a little bit of top here, 4K. I like that. Let's get those at least balanced in. Here's our electrics. These electrics are just gorgeous. They already have a little bit of mixing on them. Let me run you down the processing here. So an EQ first. I'm going to pull a little bit of that out. Compression from the Everest compressor here. Fastest release, mid attack. Just a couple boosts here. A little bit of mid-range. Just a touch at top. You can see I'm trying to avoid the peak that's already there. And then a little bit of top end control. I'm going to push more of the room here. Now I'm going to move these middle kicks up just a touch more in terms of volume. Give them another click or so. Those come in so loud too. Alright, I'm going to pull everything down a touch more. Hey Michael from Germany. Welcome back. Glad you're digging the streams. Okay. Let's see. Lead guitar or lead vocal first? I want to get the vocal in, so I'm going to move to this chorus section here, I think. Or maybe this verse. Close your eyes. So the vocal already has some processing on it. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So hold on tight. A little bit of EQ. Close your eyes. We'll be alright. Hold you tight. We'll leave love will never wait. Hold on tight. About 10 dB reduction there on the compressor. So attack is about 0.55 milliseconds, and then fastest release 4:1 ratio, doing about 10 dB reduction here on our vocal, really holding it in place. Hold on tight. Close your eyes. This is my de-esser, 4K and above. For every morning and night, hold you tight. I've just got that threshold pulled down to -23 there. That's on our top end, just 4K and above there. EQ is doing about a 7 dB boost into the compressor, and then nothing on the end here. Hold on tight. Close your eyes. There's some verb on it. Take my hand, be the one I love. Even if we go slow, I'll take the years. Always be right here. I'm gonna roll off a little bit more bottom end. Love you'll always know. Take my hand, be the one I love. Even if we go slow, I'll take the years. Always be right. Hold on tight. Close your eyes. We'll be alright. People may change, time may age, but love will never wait. I'm liking that. Over the hill, and out of our mind, we'll stand the test of time. We'll stand the test of time. Now this, it has a verb on it, but you know what? I'm curious about just putting it to stereo and putting the verb directly on it. I am going to try that really quick. So let's get it. So if we flip this to stereo, there we go. Sorry about that. The heat just turned on. The vent kind of blows right at my desk, so making sure that's not blowing on the microphone there. Hold on tight. like that. I like that better.
People may change. People may change. Time may age. Love will never wane. Over the hill, and out of our mind, will stand the test of time.
All right, I'm starting to go a little crazy with the reverb. We'll make sure I don't go too much here in a little bit. Background vocals look like they already have something on them as well. Make sure they're not too thick. They need a little bit of this, I think. They still just feel heavy. So I'm going to turn everything off here for a second, and we're going to start just from scratch here and try and that's better. Then compression. And then maybe a touch of top now. Just a little bit of air.
Stand the test of time. 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 time. People.
All right, that's the area I want to reference first. There's no lead vocal there. That's okay. I want to get the drums and the music set first, and then I'll balance the lead vocal against it. I am going to give my ears a quick break here. We're going to listen through what the whole song is sounding like here. And I'm going to flip to my mains in the room here, give my ears a break from the headphones, and let's see how we're feeling here.
Take my hand, be the one I love. Even if we go slow, I'll take the years and always be right here. The love you'll always know. 'Cause people may change and time may age, but love will never wane. And over the hill and out of our mind, we'll stand the test of time. We'll stand the test of time. So hold on tight, close your eyes. We'll be alright. For every morning and night, I'll hold you tight. We'll leave loneliness behind. 'Cause people may change, and time may age, but love will never wane. And over the hill and out of our mind, we'll stand the test of time. We'll stand the test of time. People may change, and time may age, but love will never wane. And over the hill and out of our mind, we'll stand the test of time. We'll stand the test of time.
All right. I'm feeling good about where it's sitting. Now I'm ready to kind of start referencing here. So I've got my two reference tracks in. I'm going to turn them on my little EQ. If you haven't seen this before, this is the EQ trick for referencing. I have my couple reference tracks in here, and I feel like there's a lot of misconception about reference tracks sometimes. Hold on, let me get my headphones reset here. That you should have like a reference track that's the same genre and the same vibe as the track you're mixing. So kind of giving you the idea that you should pull in a different reference for each song. And some people have different references for each part of the mix, like for the kick drum, for the vocal, for the guitar, stuff like that. To me, having a reference track is more about having a song or two songs that you are very familiar with and that you know how they sound on a variety of systems. That way, when you play, like a DJ and you switch back and forth between your song and the reference mix, you know how your song is going to sound on these different systems because you know how the reference sounds on those different systems. So instead of pulling in different tracks that you're like, oh, I like the way this sounds, pull in something that you're very familiar with and get used to using it. I use the same 2 reference tracks on every mix, no matter what genre, no matter what the build of the song is. I pull in the same references because I know what they sound like, and I'm confident that if I'm in the ballpark of frequency, balance, and volume of these references, I know my mix is going to translate. And it gives me that little bit of familiarity, I can't even say that word, with the 2 references, so I know them enough that I can push my top end further or push my bottom end further and know that I'm still in a comfortable range, that my mix isn't going to sound bad on different systems. So that's my ideology when it comes to using reference tracks. But let's kind of jump in here. I'm going to flip to mono here, and we're going to go up to 0, and then I'm going to push further. So I like to go really loud when I'm listening to the bottom end to make sure everything is okay. Low end is usually better to mix louder than it is to mix quieter, so you're not getting any weird perceptions of your bottom end. And we're going to listen to 50 hertz and below here. So if you do have subs, bear in mind this is quite a bit louder than where it was. So let's take a listen. So focusing on the kick drum first. So we're about good. That lets me know that I'm sitting where I should be with the kick drum, but if I want it to be bigger on this song, I can push it. Let's listen to the bass. I'm happy with where the bass is sitting too. Cool, we're gonna move up and we're gonna do an octave here. So we're gonna do 50 hertz to 100 hertz. Remember, an octave is either you double or half the frequency. I'm happy with that too. That's feeling really, really good. It's another way references can help you. The more familiar you get with your references, the more you use them, the better your mixes are going to be, and the easier they're going to translate here. Now, I like to jump from the super lows to the super, super highs because for me it kind of wakes my ears back up so I don't get too focused on one frequency range. Here's our top end, back to 0 here. I feel like I want to push more top end on the kick. No, we're going to leave it. I am going to push a little more on the snare though. All right, I'm going to bring Cool, that's feeling good. 5K to 10K, so another octave here. And I'm happy with that too. Let's keep moving. Feeling really, really good here, and we'll get a better sense of things as we throw the vocal in as well. So 2K to 5K, a little over an octave. So a little bit more of that area on both the kick and the snare. I'm going to pull the overheads back down. I kicked those up earlier. Better. All right, 1K to 2K, back to an octave. I'm liking where the music is sitting. It's not bothering me. We could be heavy there, but that's not bothering me. It doesn't feel like it's too much. I'm going to pull a little bit out on these more. Okay, let's keep moving. Last little frequency range here before we check our vocal. Better, a little bit out on the bass there. Here's wide. Wow, feels really, really good. Let's go back up now. And we're going to switch to a chorus section, and we are going to look at our vocal here. So I'm going to take the same two references, And I'm just going to pull them back to this chorus section here. So just copy them over. And we'll look at our vocal here to see how everything is sitting in this section. This is the last piece of the puzzle here, and then we are going to be all done with this track here. Just a little over an hour, it looks like we're going to be. Let's get our vocal dialed in here. So I'm going to flip back to mono, still using our EQ trick to reference, and let's get our lead vocal dialed in here. Wow, the vocal sounds really great there. Let's keep moving. 5K to 10K. If I go one click more, let's see. I'm okay with that. That sounds good. Cool. 2K to 5K. Okay. Just a little bit of high mids there on the vocal. Actually, I think what we're going to do here sounds like we need more overall. Maybe not. No, that sounds good. We're a little heavier. Okay. I dig that. Let's listen.
People may change, time may people may change, time may age.
All right, the last thing I'm going to look at is the reverb on the vocal. Let's get that right.
Take my hand, be the one I love, even if we go slow. I'll take the years and always be right here. The love you'll always know.
Let's hear the bridge.
The test of time. People may
The tops.
People may change.
All right, let's listen to the fade out real quick.
And the test of time.
Well, bass could definitely come down on the fade out there. Let's move maybe that in a little bit.
Stand the test of time.
No, it just needs to Nice. Let's check our intro, and then we're going to listen to the whole mix here.
Take my hand, be the one I love. Even if we go slow, I'll take the years and always be right. Cause people may change and time may age, but love will never wane. And over the hill and out of our mind.
All right. Let's go full here. So I'm going to kick my volume back up to 0 here. And then I'm going to adjust it on the stream so you guys don't get just blasted with this mix here. All right, let's listen through the entire track here. Here is our final mix, as long as I don't make any tweaks here, for Stand the Test of Time.
Take my hand, be the one I love. Even if we go slow, I'll take the years and always be right here. The love you'll always know. Cause people may change and time may age, but love will never wane. And over the hill and out of our mind, we'll stand the test of time. We'll stand the test of time. So hold on tight, close your eyes. We'll be alright. For every morning and night, I'll hold you tight. We'll leave loneliness behind. 'Cause people may change, time may age, but love will never wane. And over the hill and out of our mind, we'll stand the test of time. We'll stand the test of time. People may change, time may age, but love will never wane. And over the hill and out of our mind, we'll stand the test of time. We'll stand the test of time.
I gotta say, I'm really, really happy with how that came out. It brought a smile to my face as I was listening through it and everything kind of came in. That's when you know you've got a good mix, when you're getting kind of an emotional reaction from it. When you smile, you get goosebumps, you start moving to it. That's that feel that you want to get from a mix, not just from the technical standpoint of EQ and compression and stuff like that. If you want to follow along and go with, oh, I see my my camera froze there. 1 second here. Oh, that usually means I'm getting a phone call. Oh, all right. Using my phone as a camera there. As I was saying here, I mentioned it a couple times throughout the stream, but if you just jumped in here, if you're a late joiner, if you want to follow along with the entire stream here and you want to mix the song along with me, check out the link at the top of the chat or at the top of the description. You can download the multi-tracks for this song completely for free. It is called Stand the Test of Time. You can download the multi-tracks for this song or a bunch of other songs on that page there, and they all link back to the multi-track. There we go. Yeah, see, yeah. It sounded really, really good. You can go back a little bit. You can hear the final mix there. But that's the final mix for this track here. Thank you so much for joining me here on another stream, and I will see you in another one very, very soon.